Well, we take you live now to the Ontario Legislature, where question period is now underway. Let's listen in.
Tech truck, which many of us have seen, has enabled us to get into every corner of the province, to engage with thousands of students and others around the province, to highlight careers and opportunities in ways that are meaningful. And I want to talk about outcomes and results in my supplementary. Thank you, Speaker.
Supplementary, the Leader of the Opposition.
I got to say, Speaker, it's pretty surprising that the minister can't answer that question. I mean, $17 million was given to Scale Hospitality, and the minister can't tell us how many permanent jobs were created? Look, Scale Hospitality, we know already, they had a low-scoring application, right? And then get this, they actually submitted their application late. But still, they got the funding. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that the owners did make a timely $10,000 donation to the Conservative Party. What? So you know what? The minister has said before that 700,000 people got work out of this fund, but can he tell us how many people were actually connected to full-time employment?
Minister of Labour.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I want to talk about another important fund. I mean, this fund is designed to help people who are underemployed or unemployed find work. And let's look at another one, Speaker, a project that achieves government objectives to support young men and women in the trades scored low. But through the SDF, Skills Canada, Skills Ontario built a skilled workforce initiative, which was focused on underrepresented groups to provide a way into a career in the skilled trades. It was aimed at working individuals, and we were able to place participants in paid employment. Our goal was to focus on 120 participants. We were able to exceed this goal, placing 155 in training and jobs. Many of these individuals lived on social assistance or were completely unemployed, Speaker. This is the measure. This is the impact it's having on Ontarians.
Well done, David. Final supplementary.
They don't have an answer, Speaker, and that's because they don't track it. That's the truth. They don't track it. $2.5 billion tax dollars, your dollars, and this minister can't show the results of his work. I'm going to give the minister another chance to answer a real question and give it a real answer about how he is using people's hard-earned money. Maybe they put something new in the little binder that they give him. People are losing good union jobs right now. I would like to know exactly how many jobs were created through this minister's interference.
Minister of Labour.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I reject the premise. This fund supports people at every stage of their career, whether it's unemployed, underemployed, people on social assistance. How do you measure it? Binary, just full-time employment? Many aren't able for that, and we get them into part-time employment. We get them to be able to stand on their feet, to be able to earn a paycheck. That's how we measure the success of the program. It's not just binary on full-time employment, on part-time employment. After every successive round, and to directly answer the question, we've implemented measures like tracking SIN numbers. That's something we don't even do in many of our post-secondary institutions. We implemented financial audits, and we're implementing the Auditor General's recommendation by posting publicly key programmatic indicators in the next round in the coming months, Speaker. That's what we'll continue to do to strengthen the program after every single round.
Hear, hear. Stop the clock. Just a reminder to the minister, if you could remove your phone from the desk, we're picking it up in audio. Thank you. Start the clock. Back to the Leader of the Opposition for second question.
Speaker, people are losing good jobs, good union jobs, jobs that they use to raise their families. They have to make their mortgage payments. I got to tell you, good full-time jobs, they actually matter to the people of this province. Now, Speaker, back to the minister. In a recent interview on the radio, the minister said that he reserves the right to decide who gets funding based on the government's priorities. He admitted that he handpicked low-scoring applications because he said that they met the government's priorities. Can the minister share a few details about the selection process and tell us now who has the final say in deciding who receives those funds?
Minister of Labour.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm proud to stand up here and talk about this Premier's jobs record. Over 1 million net new jobs since we took office. After decimating the manufacturing sector and and driving manufacturers out of this province. So again, when we implemented this fund, Speaker, after every round, we've made improvements, and that includes looking at tariff-impacted jobs, which happened midway through the last round. That's a priority. That includes looking at our housing supply action plan to make sure we have men and women in the trades. We're growing the number of apprenticeship registration. We need to make sure we're offering meaningful training opportunities to grow that through group sponsorship, something we spoke about this morning, the important group sponsorship that makes sure we have apprenticeship pathways in every corner of the province, Speaker. These are the priorities of this Premier. We're building hospitals. We're building civil infrastructure. We spoke about Highway 413 this morning, Speaker. More than enough work for both everybody to get work, Speaker, all of our Labour partners, and that's something that this member and her party voted against at every single time, Speaker. Meaningful.
We've been listening to question period down at the Ontario Legislature. Lots of questions remaining around the Skills Development Fund and how those funds were distributed.